let's continue with from the PowerPoint slide. So moving on to the worksheets, right? It's actually a summary of what we learned about solution and suspensions. Just want to make sure that you can consolidate what we have learned so far about solution and suspension. So these two examples were given in the PowerPoint slides about oil, salad dressing, and vinegar. So at a glance, you can see that this is a solution, this is suspension. Solution allow light to pass through is usually clear and transparent, whereas for the oil salad dressing, there'll be certain parts that opaque, doesn't really allow light to pass through. And upon leaving it, no, if you let it stand for some time, right, you will actually separate it into two layers. Okay, so this worksheet 3C, right, talk more about solution. So take note, solution will comprise of solute and solvent. The solute is able to dissolve in a solvent to give me a solution. Okay, and how are solution formed? Okay, so I'll give you a more in-depth about solution. So solution, right? Okay, let's say these are sugar particles. This smaller circle, right? Colorless one, okay, white color, whatever, colorless. The smaller one are known as solvent particles like water. Okay, so they are mixed together. Okay, so the solute particles will disperse around the solvent particles in this mixture or solution. Okay, so when we look at the solution, right, we cannot distinguish the solute and the solvent. They are evenly mixed together. So we have sugar, we have water particles all in the solutions. And then as highlighted in the PowerPoint slides, right, there are different types of solutions around us. And solution, right, especially for solution, solute not necessarily means it's always solid particles. Like in the case of carbonated drinks at 100 plus, right, can be carbon dioxide that dissolve in the water. So when we actually open the can of soft drinks, right, you will see all the fizzy gas are coming out. That is a carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide is being dissolved in the sugar solution to make carbonated drinks. So I'll not talk about all these example of solutions. Okay, suspensions around us. Um, as highlighted, right, in the previous as taught in the previous PowerPoint slide, in the previous videos, okay, like oil spills, sand and water are examples of suspensions. And suspension, right, please take note, the solute particles, right, cannot dissolve in a liquid or in a gas. Okay, cannot dissolve. So suspension, there'll be one part which is comprised of the insoluble substances that cannot dissolve in the solvent. Okay, examples of suspensions are already given in the PowerPoint slides. Okay, about solubility, we actually talk about that, the factors. Okay, so again, solubility is the ability of solute to dissolve in a solvent, how well the particular solute is able to dissolve in the solvent. And we already learned about factors that affect the solubility. I'm not going to continue. Okay, so all these are repeated: nature of solvent, nature of solute, okay, temperature, all these are the factors that affect solubility. Okay, moving on very quickly, rate of dissolving, we already taught in the previous PowerPoint slide as well. You can read through again. Take note, rate of dissolving involve time factor, involve amount of solute, how much a solute can dissolve in a fixed volume of solvent, how fast, okay, how much. Okay, so time factors is involved here. Okay, factors affecting the rate of dissolving. Okay, if I want to dissolve the Milo quickly, I'll obviously use a higher temperature. I will make sure the Milo is actually not in lumps, it's in smaller particles. I'll make sure I stir the mixture properly so that I can dissolve all my Milo to give me a Milo drink. Okay, so obviously fine sugar dissolve faster than sugar cubes. Okay, so all these are the factors affecting the rate of dissolving. Okay, so this is a summary. Okay, so you can see that heterogeneous mixtures, okay, homogeneous mixtures. So heterogeneous mixtures, right, we are talking about suspension, where the components are not evenly distributed. Okay, so in the case of like suspension, right, there'll be certain part that are more sand, there are certain part less sand. So it's actually not evenly distributed. But for homogeneous mixtures, in the case of like solution, the solution is an example of homogeneous mixture. It's actually make sure that all the sugar particles are all packed nicely, is spread out nicely in the solvent. So this is what we meant by homogeneous mixture. Okay, so this is actually suspension. Okay, suspension is an example of a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, in fact, the answer to this particular worksheet 3C, right, has been shared in a PowerPoint slide. So you can download the PowerPoint slides and check all the answers. Okay, I come to the end of this particular lesson already. I will text you on what are the homework you should be doing during